really out there in the community, Twitter and everything. 'Cause unfortunately, you kind of need people to know your name. Your game's not going to speak everything for you. You got to let people see it. You got to post. Make sure the community knows what you're doing on the court, so you're not doing it for no reason. It will help you out in the long run to hopefully let you get drafted into the 2K League.
Awesome words of wisdom there. Thank you so much for joining us on 2K TV today. Best of luck in Season 4, Crazy.
Thank you for having me, LD.
And the 76ers showing off their style as they arrived at the arena today. No shortage of fashion sense in this one. What a gorgeous nighttime view from high above the city of Atlanta. Welcome to 2K Sports. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. And tonight, we'll most likely see some stout defense. Chris, both these teams are terrific at limiting points.
Yeah, Kevin, these teams do all the little things on defense well. Great at helping over and contesting shots.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Seth Curry. Bradley is out there with Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward spot. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Young against Simmons. Young, good. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Oh, that's a tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
No good from Simmons. Harris against Collins. It's hauled in by Harris. And so Green will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game.
Here's Young, and he banks in the layup. Young's got 6.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Here's Curry. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And good that time. Simmons got his 3rd bucket of the night.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 10.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Young. Then for the 76ers, Howard's checked in for Tony Bradley. Shake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons.
Oh, what a beautiful shot by Tobias Harris. I mean, he's getting very consistent from there. Now, it's just a matter of getting better and better.
Here's Capella. Second chance shot. Great D that time from Howard. The 76ers leading. Here's Maxey. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Yeah, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdan Bogdanovic. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
And Bogdanovic coming off the largest rookie deal in terms of average annual value in NBA history, that 3-year, $27 million deal.
Well, after 5 years playing in the EuroLeague, he was able to negotiate that rookie deal with the Kings. And not headed back to Europe anytime soon. No question, he's an NBA player.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the evening. Here's Snell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Okongwu played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, great feed by Snell. I mean, using that experience he's gained in this league to see the court well.
To the inside. And Howard with the stuff.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. And it's sent back by Howard.
And you got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
Shoots from 8, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Rondo kicks to Gallinari. And that'll be 2 free throws come. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Bogdanovich with it. Dishes it to Okongwu. Just 3 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Philadelphia. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Curry is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Howard. Then there's Scott, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And then for Philadelphia, Tony Bradley comes in for Dwight Howard. And Simmons subbed in for Korkmaz.
Incredible concentration from the Australian. Even when you body Simmons up, he's great at powering through.
Young with the ball. Simmons is there. And Okongwu slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Thybulle. That shot off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
I mean, it's hard not to get discouraged on such an off night shooting the ball, but somehow they kept the intensity up. I mean, that was a really gutty win.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a poster.
Young looking around. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Collins.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Curry dishes to Bradley. Outside, Scott. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Hawks. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
That's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, when their reserves are operating at a high level, so tough to beat. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kevin Herter. Count it. Milton's got 9.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here is Young. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Lakers.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Well, tally up another helper for Rondo. I mean, he just keeps climbing that all-time assist list. Incredible career that keeps going. It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Bogdanovic, it's good. Now just a 2-point Philadelphia lead.
Refusing to be tied down, Bogdanovic is fantastic at adjusting his body and shot when he gets hit.
Howard draws the double. Misses from close range.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Young pass to Bogdanovic. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Hunter. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Milton's shot is good.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Pass to Young. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
Thanks a lot, Dwight. What are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. And this talented 76ers team, they are loaded in their starting five. Jack, how long is that? And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Bogdanovic. Young is out there with Goodwin. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Hunter in at the power forward position. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Capella. Outside Bradley. He kicks to Curry. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Collins checked in for the Hawks.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Simmons, and he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
Puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
And C-Web, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, Gio. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Here's Collins. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Simmons with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Here's Bradley. Green kicks to Harris. Left side, Bradley. It's stolen by Capella. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. He gets that one. And the 76ers lead by 6.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And here's Collins. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
Yeah, what really separates Capella is his explosiveness around the rim. My goodness.
The pass to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Fast break, the Hawks. Young with the ball. And now the 76ers on the break. Green with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. And the basket is good. Harris has got 7 points.
It's been absolutely amazing to watch Harris mature. I mean, physically, he can handle the pound.
Collins against Curry. Collins dishes to Hunter. Passes it to Young. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Collins against Simmons. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's 2-on-1. Hunter, the pass to Collins. Young against Simmons. Here's Capella. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Harris. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Young dishes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Philadelphia also making some changes. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Green. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Curry. Simmons with it, now guarded by Gallinari. No good from Simmons. The Hawks trail by 4. Now Hill. He dishes it to Gallinari. Here's Herter. Pass to Okongwu. And that one drops. 8 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Simmons. And it's denied. And they get it back. With some arc. Can't hit that one. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. It's tipped. Hill kicks to Okongwu. Here's Rondo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
When having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
That one drops. He ties it up. And the 76ers call time here.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
With 2 seconds left. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And right after this, we'll bring you the start. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Korkmaz is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Shake Milton. Then there's Maxey. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. Thybulle, the pass to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Pass to Herter. Back to Rondo. There's the dish to Capella. No good that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Korkmaz passes to Maxey. Now here's Thybulle. He's covered closely. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Rondo on top. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Capella. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Capella's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And it's Capella missing. The 76ers shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He's off on the first. Young's checked in for Rajon Rondo. The 76ers also with a sub. Milton's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
A little bit shaky at the line there. I mean, he did the important part and got him in front.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. Lead it with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
The 76ers trail. Simmons with it. It counts, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Oh, boy, they'd like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. On the wing, Milton. Harris inside. Gallinari covering. Cloak loose. And Simmons kicks to Milton. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The baseline jam. No good from Simmons.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Young outside. And it's Tony Bradley with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. It's stolen by Milton.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And it's Simmons penetrating. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Oh, rising to the challenge. This is where young players like Simmons need to make their mark.
And yes, it's good.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And there's the pass to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Collins.
What about the speed and the muscle Simmons has? I mean, it makes defenders nervous, if you ask me. Such a difficult matchup.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. Danny Green, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Yeah, good job, bro. I mean, it's this close. The team that wins the free throw battle might win the game.
Here's Young. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
56 seconds left in the fourth. Outside, Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
In the corner, Snell with it. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Bradley with the rebound. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door.
And that put a hush over the crowd.
Wow, I mean, took these fans out of the game in the blink of an eye.
Here's Young. It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the 3-point shot. To the middle. Here's Young. It's good.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bradley. No good. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.
getting in the spirit. Should be a good one. The week is starting off right. Monday. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5. And for the 76ers, they've got Simmons. Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Bradley in at the center, filling out the middle. And now Philadelphia on the break. Green leading the charge. Pass to Bradley. Harris against Antetokounmpo. Here's Simmons. They get it back. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Giannis throws it down.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
Here's Simmons. That shot is off. Great D that time from Giannis. Here's Middleton. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Here's Simmons. Oh, that was huge!
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons really using his insane athleticism on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who really carves up the defense.
Giannis passes to Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Here is Forbes. He had 10 points in the win against San Antonio. Howard with the steal. Fast break, here they come. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Portis. Good, nice job down low.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Here's Forbes, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Dwight Howard. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Inside. Howard against Portis. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Milton. Passes it to Thibault. From outside the arc. Ball stolen. And Forbes kicks to Portis. Offensive rebound. That one doesn't go. 76ers another fast break opportunity here. And that one's good. Maxey.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that.
Oh!
No way.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And he comes up with the deuce. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks, trailing by 5. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if their last game was a basketball game or a wrestling match, the way they went about it. Just so physical and dominated it.
Bucks trail by 3.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, take it at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. And Holiday throws it down.
Holiday did a great job there, realizing they had an opportunity in transition, taking advantage of the numbers. Those are the kind of situations where they thrive.
Here's Maxey. The shot's good. Maxey's got 6. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Holiday. Here's Howard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And foul on the shot. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Antetokounmpo. He doesn't hit that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. Fast break, Philadelphia. Now here's Middleton. 23 points his last outing. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And the shot goes in.
Lopez down on the inside, getting that soft touch to go.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Now, here's Maxey. Defense is right there. Back to Green. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And the pass to Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. And the shot no good, a bit short. Milwaukee in the lead. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Curry is inside. Defended by DiVincenzo. Green, the pass to Maxey. Harris against DiVincenzo. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist by Harris. Bradley's got his first bucket in this one. For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Curry. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Antetokounmpo and the dunk by Giannis.
That's attacking the rack. Antetokounmpo on the take and muscled his way in.
Lopez over to help. Pass to Maxey. And here is Curry. Count that bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Bradley. The putback is no good. Up in time. That shot off. Drew Holiday has been. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets. And that
We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Green out there with Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Bradley, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. That one goes. Counted.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Simmons with it. 13 points in the game. Here's Bradley. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's good on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 1. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And Giannis throws it down.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Bucks leading by 3. Here's Middleton, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Great quickness on the pull-up from Middleton, cashing in on that opportunity.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
More and more, it's about the maturation process of Giannis and his game. Learning now how to sell defenders with pump fakes.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Thibault kicks to Howard. And nothing is falling for him right now. Bucks leading by 8. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. Tries again. And that one goes long.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Thibault. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
For Philadelphia, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Maxey. And he banks in the layup. Maxey's got 10 points.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
.116 left to play here in the third. Forbes the pass to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
1:10 left in the third. And here is Simmons. 13 points in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
Milwaukee leading by 8. To the paint, here's Forbes. That one falls.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Simmons looking around. Here's Bradley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Philadelphia, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Out to the right wing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Simmons slams it in.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star.
Now here's Tucker. Guarded by Simmons. Tucker dishes to Antetokounmpo. And oh, he just jams it right over Ben Simmons. Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. It could go. Off target with that shot. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Brook Lopez. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Middleton and it's small forward.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as much as 10. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. There's the dish to Middleton. Over Harris. Middleton can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Holiday.
Drafted 19th back in 2011 out of Tennessee. Tobias Harris came into the league very, very young, so his experience belying his age, and the improvement has been shown over the past couple years.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Pass to Tucker. To the middle, here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Well, Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Simmons against Holiday. The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Now the 76ers on the break. That shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way. For 3, Middleton hits it from 3-point range. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of 3-pointers.
Bradley passes to Simmons. Outside for Curry. Here's Bradley. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Harris. And it's blocked by Bradley. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
Here's Holiday. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And the first one at the line is good. And the 76ers with some changes. Scotty's checked in for Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Shake Milton. The Bucks also with the sub. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Simmons against Giannis. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
Holiday against Scott. Holiday attacking.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Free throw, good, Holiday.
I don't know if Drew Holiday's an underrated player, but he certainly is underappreciated with the way he can go at you as a two-way guy. He can score, and he can also guard positions 1 through 4.
And the 76ers making a change here. Green's checked in. Here's Simmons. And the rejection by Giannis. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. The feed now to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Simmons, and the rejection by Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 26.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Harris is checked in. Simmons rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Middleton dishes to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
And it's Bradley on the follow.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Harris. The shot by Holiday, no good. The 76ers trailing.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
The more Giannis works on these kind of shots, and trust me, he is, the better he'll become.
And Simmons kicks to Curry. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harris's shot is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And they double up Giannis. Lopez passes to Giannis. Middleton on the wing. The Bucks working the ball around. Shot clock at 5. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Bucks lead by 9.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Back to Green. Misses there.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on the defensive end.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for Greg.
on social justice. And in honor of Women's History Month, she is back this week with part 2 of Respect Your OGs, this time tributing WNBA legend Lisa Leslie. Here's her story.
Coming right up. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at small forward. Now, here is Young. And the layup's good off the glass. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall.
Young, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Atlanta with the rebound. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks, that one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Here's Herter. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Young, and the layup is good. And that's now 6 points for Trae Young.
Nice look from Kevin. Intelligent and unselfish.
And Kevin Herter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others. The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Collins. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Passes to Herter. Back to Collins. Yep, it counts.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And Capella with a nice bucket inside.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Milwaukee. The season well underway, and they've been solid in 3rd right now. And, of course, Atlanta right behind them, just 1 spot down.
And right now for the Hawks, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the year's gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
I think it's safe to say that, for sure. They found their identity this season, and their confidence has only been building as the season has gone on.
Hunter, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Here's Bogdanovich after the basket by Milwaukee. Outside Rondo. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
It's stolen by Rondo. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
And here is DiVincenzo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against San Antonio.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Here's Holiday, and Rondo sends it back.
What? Nice defense by Rondo there, rising up to block that one.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Portis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
Pass to Snell. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Two on the clock. And so the first quarter is in the books. Hawks ahead, up by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Bogdanovich is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
For the Hawks, John Collins, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. It's tipped. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Young looking around. Out to Gallinari. Pass to Young. He dishes it to Okongwu. He can't get that one to fall. The Bucks go the other way with it. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And it's Connaughton missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Bucks trail. Now the pass to Connaughton. The kick out to Holiday. Here we go, one-on-one. Okongwu dishes to Young. The feed to Okongwu. Back to Young. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And the Bucks with some changes. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Tony Snell. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in, and there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. And Young, here we go, and it's blocked by Lopez.
And it's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Good.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Not a lot of room. It's rebounded by Huerter.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
He kicks it to Young. Feeds it to Collins. 13 feet away. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Antetokounmpo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
The Bucks shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. And that one's good by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for the Bucks. 41 seconds left in the first half. And Young, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Young.
That's just a solid execution to get a wide-open look.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. On the 3 off target. Now Young. Knocks it loose. Here's Forbes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Young. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 15. And that'll do it for...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Middleton and Giannis are the forwards and him. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Pass to Huerter. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. And he dunks it down.
And an incredible display of awareness there. Giannis, a great read on the defensive end and understands this team wants to run.
Here's Young. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Atlanta also making some changes here. Alinari comes in for Hunter. And Tony Snell subbed in for Kevin Herter. Lopez passes to Giannis. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Young against Holiday. And Young, here we go. Yep, that one goes. Young's got 4 this quarter.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Young outside. He feeds it to Okongwu. Young against Holiday. Now, here is Young. D right on him.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Shot clock at 6. Alinari passes to Collins. Here's Okongwu. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Middleton. It's on target from the high post. Middleton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Young is doubled. To the inside. And Gallinari kicks to Young. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Holiday goes in. A floater. No good there. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Collins.
Never want to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
Tucker finds Portis over Okongwu. Portis can't get it to go. For Atlanta, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Three-pointers. Snell. It's rebounded by Portis.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Young.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And stolen by Okongwu. Young outside. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young. And some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Rondo. Holiday looking over the floor. Middleton for 3. That one's not going to go.
And bringing that effort on both ends. Giannis, a first-team all-defensive player.
The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Bogdanovich. Hunter is out there with Clint Capella. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the... Oh, look at that!
I'm leaving. I'm gone.
Oh, the heave from way downtown, and it goes. That might be the craziest non-buzzer beater I've ever seen.
Outside Holiday. Kicks it down to Middleton. 5 on the clock. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 3.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Count the basket.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Here's Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Both free throws good from Holiday. The Hawks trail by 3. Here is Rondo. Stolen by Holiday. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. Kicks it down to Middleton. And the Bucks miss again.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Outside Rondo. Inside. Lopez with the steal. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. John Collins comes in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Young dishes to Capella. The kick out to Young. No good from the low block. Bucks leading by 5. And up the court come the Bucks. On the break, Middleton leading the charge.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Young drives in. He gets it in there. Young's got 24 points.
Never afraid to take the big shot. Trae Young, we have to call you Mr. Young.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Kicks it down to Middleton. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Knocked loose. Stolen by Holiday. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Basket good. Giannis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass.
And the background of how the whole coaches challenge rule came into effect started back a few years ago. G League tried it out. They had it in the Summer League, and I think it's a great advancement.
Well, there's no doubt how proactive the league, Greg, has been in identifying new ways to ensure the officiating is as good as it can be. This seemed to be really just part of the natural progression. And it adds, in fact, even a bit of an additional interest level as well. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Herter passes to Young. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
Kicks it out to Collins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
What's interesting about John Collins, he plays fast, but he's also measured in his approach.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Collins against Giannis. Here's Portis. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
Defended by Young. Good!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Up again, it falls!
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Guy has been going over and through it. A moment here now to see the numbers for Clint Capella.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Gallinari is out there with John Collins. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Herter in at the 1 spot. And for the 76ers, we've got Bradley. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green. And it's Harris in at the power forward. And so it's the Hawks hitting on the board first. Curry finds Bradley. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And it's the Hawks ball. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Here's Collins. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
From 8, Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got his second basket.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Here's Hunter. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Green. It's blocked.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
Simmons. Rebound, Atlanta. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Atlanta with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. And the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
The drive by Simmons. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Pass to Hunter. The pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Here's Simmons. Bradley. And it's Bradley on the follow.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Here's Herter after the Sixers pick up 2. Bradley on the double team. Back to Herter. There's the triple. No good on that one. And Philadelphia the other way now.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
He's a guy you have to game plan for. The way Young scores and passes the ball creates so many problems for the defense.
Now here's Simmons. He's coming off a 16-point game against New York. Yep, that one goes in there.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Harris. And it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton. The Hawks trail by 3. Young taking his time here. Inside, here's Snell. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Simmons. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's Young on the wing. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Here's Simmons. Young with the steal. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Hawks lead. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
They've got Korkmaz. Scott is out there with Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Maxey in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, just exceptional focus on these hard finishes. Young welcomes getting physical on the way up.
Curry's checked in for the 76ers. That's good from Young. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Milton with it. Okongwu covering. They get it back. Howard, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
There are not many better on the offensive glass than Howard. He's a flat-out beast, especially if you don't box him out.
Here's Young. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Young inside. Here's Okongwu. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
And it's Harris off the drive. Banked in off the glass. Harris has got 5 now.
not shying away at all from some contact. Harris takes it to the rim with force.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Here's Milton. That one, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Charity stripe shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Rondo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Harris's shot is good.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
Bogdanovich passes to Young. He feeds it to Okongwu. Now the 76ers on the break. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Harris.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Young pass to Okongwu. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Maxey.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Young. Alinari comes in for Tony Snell. John Collins, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Hunter subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Atlanta leading by 7. Hunter with it. Now Green defending. Hunter, the pass to Capella. Out to the right wing. Collins finds Capella. Up and in on the layup. Capella's got 8 points.
When Capella plays with force inside, watch out. I like his intensity.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The drive by Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 12.
Boy, the quickness by Simmons, breathtaking. So good at blowing by whoever's trying to stay in front of him.
Here's Goodwin. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. The clock runs out, and we're heading. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. It's a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the open. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Gallinari. Okongwu is out there with Hunter. Then it's John Collins, and it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. It's stolen by Green, and now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way, and Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
And the Hawks making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Simmons. Good work defensively by Capella. The Hawks leading by 5. Rondo kicks to Collins. And Collins gets double teamed. 6 on the shot clock. Rondo passes to Capella. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, on fire tonight. I mean, Capella's scoring numbers can come from a lot of directions. Lots of dunks, lay-ins, and putbacks. They can add up quickly.
And Bradley gets it to go.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Atlanta's shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. Rondo passes to Capella. Back to Rondo. Molinari finds Capella. Ball's knocked loose. Outside Collins. Tries it again. And it's Capella missing.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Curry, good.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
Simmons against Rondo. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Rondo with the nice dish.
The 76ers trail by 5. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. It's Curry outside. Gallinari with the rebound. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Hunter kicks to Collins. Feeds to Rondo. Shakes him. Passes it to Capella. To the paint. And there's Hunter on the assist from Capella. And the Hawks lead by 7. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Scotty's checked in for Harris. Then for the Hawks, Bogdan Bogdanovic. He's checked in for Collins. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Boy, Capella doing a nice job being physical and getting those second chance buckets to go. Coaches love that.
Here's Simmons. He's got 16. 1:02 left in the third quarter. A 3-ball. A putback, and it's Bradley on the follow. Bradley's got 4 this quarter.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And the dunk by Capella.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You look at Ben Simmons, and it's easy to compare him somewhat to LeBron James because he's a walking triple-double threat every game. And quite honestly, I think he's only going to get better, especially if he adds a jump shot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Bogdanovich. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Clint Capella has been leading the charge for Atlanta. He got into double digits for the quarter. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Okay, good patience on your spacing.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so, in the game for the 76ers, we've got Maxey. Shake Milton is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Howard. And it's Thibault in at the 2 guard. Taken away. And so they foul intentionally. And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. Young outside. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Lets it go from deep. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
76ers moving the ball around. Milton's shot is good.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Young outside to the inside. Capella and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
And the dunk by Capella.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you to rock.
On the wing, Harris. And a miss there on the triple. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Tony Bradley's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Shake Milton. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flight.
And you just know that's going to have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one. And the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
That's good from Simmons. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. To the middle, here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Knocked away. Hunter with it, working on Green. Hunter dishes to Young. In the corner, it's Capella. Young against Green. A nice shot by Young. Young's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
The 76ers running out of time. Now here's Simmons. And Harris wide open. He shoots, buries it from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Young left side. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. Curry attacking. And no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Now Young. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Molinari comes in for Okongwu. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for DeAndre Hunter. For three, Harris. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. For Atlanta, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Hawks.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Clint Capella.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
It's Curry. That time on the assist by Green.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for...
Playing for the LA Sparks, Lisa became a household name. She was dominant on the court, and on top of that, she had the charisma to fit a star. And by the next year, she was on every poster, letting the world know that she and her.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Bradley. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry. And it's Green, and it's Harris in at the power forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Holiday. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. Inside, and Lopez throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Stolen by Holiday. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. And it's blocked by Simmons. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Greg, a game like this, two offensive juggernauts going head-to-head. I mean, we're buckled in, ready to go.
I mean, listen, the rules favor offense in today's game. That's why league-wide scoring is on the rise. And I would expect we're going to see a bucket or two put forth tonight, Kevin.
No doubt. And the Bucks with some changes. Portis, who's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Scott's checked in. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Here's Simmons. He's coming off a 16-point game against New York.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
Giannis inside. Defended by Scott. And it goes down 2 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Bradley can't get it to go. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Connaughton, and there's the second dunk to finish it off.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man, Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
Curry on the wing. Simmons feeling it out a bit. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Down low. And the rejection by Curry. In the corner, Simmons with it. That shot, no good. Good D by Giannis. Outside Portis. Connaughton tips it back in. Connaughton's got 6. The 76ers trail by 5. And stolen by Portis. And it's the Bucks on the break. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And you see how fundamentally sound Portis is? Excellent job of sharing the rock right
there. Here's Simmons. 6 points for him. And it's good, 2 points.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
There's 1:40 left to play in the first. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Simmons' shot is good.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Curry with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's see some of the numbers here for Ben Simmons.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership. 2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Howard's checked in for Philadelphia. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. He nails it, and we're tied up. Curry's got 5 now.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And stolen by Simmons. Curry attacking. Makes it off the glass. He's got 7.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Lopez. And again, the Bucks miss.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlight. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Middleton on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. 4-point game.
And Dwight Howard, not the same 35-minute a game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Harris draws the double. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the NBA, Chris, with a long regular season, we know that. Are there things that can make the season seem even longer or shorter or in between for that matter?
Yeah, Kevin, well, I tell you what, the cliche, time flies when you're having fun. We all know that's true. So when you're losing or not seeing eye to eye, that's when the season can really drag on.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And Giannis is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Pass to Korkmaz. In the corner, it's Harris. Another miss by Philadelphia. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 6.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it's sent back by Howard. To the inside. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. Some changes for Philadelphia. Bradley comes in for Dwight Howard. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. Here's Simmons. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Drew Holiday.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Portis. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Curry comes in for Korkmaz. Here's Simmons. Bradley trying to break free. No good from Simmons. Bucks trail by 6. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Middleton's got his first points in this one. And here is Simmons. He's got 14. And Simmons slams it in.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Outside, Simmons. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Drew Holiday.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
Goes up, and Simmons slams it in.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
DiVincenzo against Bradley, and the layup's good off the glass. DiVincenzo's got 4 points now in the quarter. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Thibault, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Having to be careful around Lopez. He's solid at time when he leap up to block shots.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
That's about as a high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautifully.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
The physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
And so thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 23 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Ben Simmons, Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Bradley, and it's Curry in at the 2 spot. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Simmons. And the rejection by Giannis.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That free throw missing.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
The kick out to Scott. There's the pass to Simmons. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Simmons got 25 points in the game.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed him, he's been their safety valve.
Here's Giannis in the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
It's so about Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And the dunk by Giannis.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Simmons against Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Awesome at cutting inside. The quick feet of Simmons are hard to keep up with on the drive.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. They get it again. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Here's Bradley. Giannis with some nice D.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
The fadeaway. Middleton can't get it to go. For Philadelphia, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the 3rd quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And the shot goes down. And Milwaukee has possession. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And it's Antetokounmpo. Oh, he delivers that.
I cannot believe that.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 3. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Tony Bradley. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Simmons.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Bucks have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Harris is checked in for Philadelphia.
Really, on the right plate defensively, if you can't block, force them to the line.
For Philadelphia, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 1.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. He's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
And the rejection by Giannis. The 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Dwight Howard.
A determined shooter who excels at the charity stripe. Middleton will gladly head to the line. And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
The 76ers trail by 3. Harris looking it over. Pass to Korkmaz. Fires the 3. Harris missing again.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks.
Quick fact for you guys, PJ Tucker is the #1 sneakerhead in the NBA, and it's not even close. The man owns hundreds and hundreds of kicks. In the 2018 playoffs, PJ wore 22 different pairs of shoes in 17 games.
Here's Milton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
I love the intensity dial up here from a defensive standpoint in the second half, doing a much better job.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And Philadelphia calls time here. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
There you go, fans. That was your Bucks banter. One more time. Let him hear it.
Here's Harris. Oh, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. The Bucks on top, leading. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Oh, like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a post.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. Drew Holiday is checked in for Chris Middleton. DiVincenzo with it, outguarded by Simmons.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Harris drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way when he's that intense.
Back to Tucker. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Simmons pulls it in. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Curry, good, and Harris gets the assist.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Giannis up top. Guarded by Simmons. And that one, good. And the Bucks lead by 1. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. It's stolen by Green. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Curry can't get it to go. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And the dunk by Giannis.
I mean, he's got a lot of smarts on the court, but Tucker doesn't need to think too much on that assist. He was wide open.
Green, the pass to Simmons. A floater. The shot off that time. Giannis with some nice D. And he banks in the layup. And now a 3-point Bucks lead.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the double.
Here's Simmons. And the rejection by Giannis. Holiday finds Tucker. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Great D that time from Giannis. Bucks leading by 5 to the left wing. The kick out to Holiday. Lopez right side. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. Simmons dishes to Bradley. Here's Harris. Got a hand on it.
Well, you know defense is Tucker's calling card. He will pester you, aggravate you, get up in your jersey, make you think twice about trying to shoot over him.
And defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And they pick up 2. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
Oh, rising to the challenge. This is where young players like Simmons need to make their mark.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Oh, big-time player. When it's a critical possession, Lopez steps to the plate.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. Finished off the break. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that couldn't have gone better for them right there. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish this thing off in style.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Bradley. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Passes it to Lopez. He dishes it to Holiday. Back to Lopez. It's stolen by Bradley.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, quite unlikely. But we've seen crazy things happen.
Clearly a foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. Pass to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. Both good from the line that time. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. DiVincenzo against Harris. The pass to Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. On the wing, Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Middleton. Offensive rebound. Lopez kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. Off target from outside. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Portis is out there with Brook Lopez. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard. And for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins. And it's Young in at the point guard position. Now here's Collins. 4 on the shot clock. Shots good from Young. Midway through the season, are teams, Brent, still trying to find their identity and evolve, or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think at this point you already know what you got, Kevin, and so what you want to do, I want to be the best at what it is that I can do, and that's where I think coaching staffs are focused right now.
And now here comes Collins leading the break. Capella, the pass to Young. Back to Capella. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Lopez. Here's Connaughton. It's rebounded by Herter.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And Young, here we go. Here's Collins. Young against DiVincenzo. Tries from 7. And Young with the nice bucket inside. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Shifty guard Trae Young finds his ways into some of those cracks and crevices.
Here's DiVincenzo. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And he gets it to go. Young's got 6 points.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
Connaughton passes to Giannis, and he lays it straight in. And that ties it up.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
It's Collins with the drive. Capella. Lopez with the block. Fast break, Milwaukee. Giannis is running. And the shot goes in. He has 6.
I don't know. 2 strides, 3 strides. What was that? Giannis covering some ground.
DiVincenzo against Rondo. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Lakers.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
And Milwaukee has possession, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's DiVincenzo. Lays it up off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Molinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. The Bucks also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Lopez up top, Capella covering. Lopez, no luck. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Rondo dishes to Capella, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Holiday.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Here's Snell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Over to the left wing. Here's Capella. Rebound, Milwaukee. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying to
being able to go through adversity and come out stronger.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Chris Middleton. E.J. Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. To the paint. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Young. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 5 now for Atlanta. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
Young against Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Stolen. Fast break, here we go. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovic.
To the middle, and stolen by Okongwu. Snell, the pass to Young. And here's the fast break. Here's Giannis. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
I mean, take a look at Giannis in his first year as opposed to now. That strength coming into play now.
Here's Young. 14 points from him the last game against the Lakers.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Bucks trail by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. That's 12 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. They've packed their bags for a long one as that'll be the first of 7 straight on the road. And it's in there. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Bobbed up there for Collins and finished off by Collins.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
The Hawks leading by 6. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. And Young, here we go. And finished off by Collins.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
At the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Collins kicks to Hunter. Young looking around. Outside Collins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Hawks making a switch here. Capella's checked in. Bucks trail by 6. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Hawks on D. Pass to Portis. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good on the second free throw. Atlanta leading by 5. Outside Rondo. And the layup falls.
The understanding that Rondo's showing right now in the pick and roll is setting up some great opportunities.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Goes up from the top of the key. No good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slip. And that'll about.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young dishes to Capella, and it's good for 2. Capella's got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for Atlanta.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's DiVincenzo, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And stolen by Portis. Lets it fly. It will go down, and the Hawks lead has got to just 7 on the basket from Connaughton.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Young passes to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Capella kicks to Hunter. Outside Collins. The dish now to Young. There's the pass to Capella. Lopez with the steal. It's Giannis with the drive. Good work there as it goes. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points for the game.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
Young dishes to Capella. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists. And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And then for Milwaukee, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Holiday against Rondo. 6 to shoot. Molinari passes to Okongwu. It's Solomon to Kumbo. And the call on the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shots good by Middleton.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Rondo against Holiday. Outside, Bogdanovich. Inside, it's Solomon to Kumbo. And Forbes kicks to Middleton to the inside. Basket counts. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, and just terrorizing the D.
Rondo dishes to Okongwu. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Okongwu's now got 8.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
It's weird to say it, but the sheer length of Giannis can put the defense in a really bad position. So hard to defend without fouling.
So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu, and Tony Snell subbed in for Solomon Hill. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes. Rondo passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Here's Giannis. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Rondo. Good D by Holiday. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched 8 points. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Hey, what we got to do here is...
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bucks trail by 8. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. Young drives in. And it's Capella missing. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
Young with the ball. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's his first foul. Brook Lopez is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Young's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Nice shot by Portis.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
I'll take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And Hunter getting enough room to find somebody to be hunted.
Bucks trail by 4. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
Young dishes to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist in the game. Now here's DiVincenzo. Tight defense on him. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Misses the layup.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Capella kicks to Young. And he banks in the layup. And the Hawks lead by 6.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Atlanta making some changes. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Tony Snell. And that one's good by Giannis.
Now, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Young outside. Feeds it to Capella. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo inside. It's stolen by Capella. And now they decide to foul intentionally. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Young. Passes it to Hunter. He kicks to Collins. 4 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Just impressive athletically, and when Collins is in this kind of mode, the defense is on its heels.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Time running out for the Bucks. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pass to Giannis. Shoots from 8. Portis trying to free himself. And that one's good by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 17 now, just in the second half. Now, here is Young. Pass to Herter. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Herter making it look easy that time on the pick and roll as the off guard.
The Bucks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Young from the arc. It doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive. That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
From downtown, it's hauled in by Giannis. Down low, Lopez. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down. And an instant reaction.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.